UK mechanics are refusing to buy new cars, not because they cannot afford them, because they know exactly what is going to break. The same people fixing $3,000 engine failures every day of the week are going home in 20-year-old cars they bought for $1,500 in cash. And once you see what changed inside modern cars between roughly 2005 and 2015, you will not want one either. Today I'm going to show you the 3 changes that turned cars into subscriptions on wheels. Hardware timers, software lockouts and ownership removal, the specific failures UK technicians refuse to live with, and the small list of pre-computer cars they are quietly hoovering up off Auto Trader, including one car the most cynical mechanics in the country call the forever car. Here is the moment cars stopped being machines and became software. Take a Toyota Corolla from 2002, open the bonnet. You can see the spark plugs, you can see the alternator. You can change the oil with a spanner from Halfords and a $6 sump plug. Fuel and spark, that is the whole system. Now take a 2022 family hatchback off the forecourt at Lookers. 40 plus electronic control units talking to each other over a digital network inside the car. The headlight unit talks to the gearbox. The gearbox talks to the steering rack. Replace the battery without coding it and the start-stop system stops working. Every component is a node on a network only the manufacturer can fully read. That is not progress, that is a moat. Quick check before we go further. Go to your glove box right now. Pull out your service manual. Find the maintenance schedule. If you see the words sealed for life next to your gearbox or your differential, no 4000 countdown buried in your sump, drop the brand and model in the comments so we can map the survivors. Modern engines are full of components engineered to a specific lifespan. That lifespan is shorter than the loan you took out to buy the car. Start with wet belts, Ford's 1.0 EcoBoost. The Peugeot, Citroën and Vauxhall PureTech 1.2. They use a timing belt that runs inside the engine, submerged in oil. The belt degrades on a schedule. Fragments of rubber circulate through the oil pump and choke the pickup. The engine starves itself. Total bill at an independent specialist, $2,500 to $4,500. On a 6-year-old Fiesta worth $4,000. That is not wear and tear, that is a timer. It is a death sentence for the car. The other 4 are at the end, including the forever car. The 1.4i DSi engine uses a timing chain on the outside of the block. No oil bath, no rubber fragments, including one car the most cynical mechanics in the country call the forever car. That is the first car on the list. The BMW N47 diesel, fitted to millions of 1 Series, 3 Series and X1 models sold in the UK between 2007 and 2014, runs the timing chain at the back of the engine, against the bulkhead. When it stretches, the only way to replace it is to pull the engine. $2,000 to $3,500 of labour for a 40 chain. BMW knew, they kept fitting it. Then the DSG gearboxes, Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda seat. The mechatronic unit controls the gear shifts through a set of high-pressure solenoids. When they fail, and they do between 60,000 and 100,000 miles, the gearbox loses its ability to think. It becomes a digital brick. Replacement at a main dealer, $2,200 to $3,400 on a Polo that owes you nothing. Then the DPFs, every modern diesel sold in the UK since 2009. School runs and Tesco and nothing else, the filter clogs. Replacement $1,200 to $2,500. The MOT will fail it, the car becomes scrap. A mechanic looks at the modern car and sees expensive failures with dates penciled in. He looks at the Jazz on his driveway and sees an engine that will run another 200,000 miles on oil and filters. But the 3,000 mechanical timer is only half the trap. The real reason your local mechanic is turning you away is not because he cannot fix the car, it is because he is not allowed to. I will show you the software lock in 60 seconds. The hardware would be bad enough on its own, the software is what makes it terminal. Replace a battery on a 2018 BMW and the new battery has to be registered to the car's energy management system using software the dealer controls. Fit a new key to a Peugeot and it has to be paired to the BSI module. Change a headlight unit on a Mercedes and it has to be coded to the vehicle. This is called parts pairing, the same trick Apple pulls with iPhone screens. The manufacturers will tell you this is about safety, encrypted modules to stop fraud, coded parts to protect the airbag system. They have a press release ready for every angle. It is not about safety. The software wall is a revenue strategy with a security label stuck on the front. Security is the alibi. Now picture the Saturday morning that follows. The polished concrete floor of the main dealer. The smell of new leather and the espresso machine in the corner. The service advisor in a branded fleece who calls you sir while he turns his monitor away from you. The thermal printer behind the desk hums and spits the invoice into a leather folder so heavy you can feel the weight of it before he passes it across. $900 plus VAT, 2 weeks for the booking. Courtesy car is £15 a day extra. You did not buy a fault, you bought a permission slip. The independent garage you have used for 15 years cannot help you, not because he does not know how. Without a 5-figure annual subscription per brand, multiply that by BMW, Mercedes, VAG, Stellantis, Ford, JLR and Toyota every year just to keep the right to plug in. Because the manufacturer has built a software wall he cannot legally climb every year just to keep the right to plug in. The CMA has noted the problem. Nothing has actually changed. They built the toll booth, they own the road. Here is where it stops being a repair problem and becomes a property problem. In 2022, BMW launched a subscription for heated seats in the UK. The hardware was already in your car. You paid for it when you bought the car. They wanted €15 a month to switch it on. The backlash was so fierce they walked it back. The hardware is still there. The infrastructure to charge you is still in place. They were testing the water. Mercedes charges UK owners a subscription to unlock the full acceleration of certain EQ models. Tesla has remotely disabled features on used cars when the new owner did not pay an unlock fee for options the previous owner had bought. You bought it, they control it, you did not buy the car, you licensed it. And under UK GDPR, your modern car is a rolling surveillance device. Connected services log your location, your speed, your braking patterns, your phone contacts, your destinations, buried in the terms you accepted when you set up the infotainment. Here is what nobody mentions on the forecourt. That data does not just sit on a server, it gets sold to insurance partners and telematics brokers. 2 hard brakes on the school run becomes a 180 increase on your renewal letter. A late-night motorway run becomes a high-risk driving pattern flag. Some manufacturers reserve the right to void your powertrain warranty based on driving data they collected without you knowing they were watching. Your data is a liability. A 2003 Honda Jazz cannot be remotely disabled, cannot be subscription locked, cannot phone home to your insurer, cannot have a feature you paid for switched off because you missed a direct debit. It belongs to whoever holds the V5C. That used to be the default, now it is a luxury. What is the most ridiculous repair quote you have ever had on a car under 10 years old? Drop the car, the fault, and the price in the comments. I think most people have one of these stories, and do not realize everyone else does too. What the mechanics are quietly buying. You already have car number 1. The Honda Jazz 2002 to 2008 kills the wet belt timer. Here are the next 3. Toyota Yaris and Corolla 2000 to 2006, the 1.0 and 1.3 VVTi engines. Run on oil changes alone for 250,000 miles. Pre-CVT, so the gearbox is a simple manual or a conventional automatic. Kills the DSG mechatronic failure dead. There is nothing in there to fail. £5,500 to $3,000 on Auto Trader. Volvo V70 and S60, the pre-2007 5-cylinder petrol, a proper estate built like a fridge. No DPF, no AdBlue tank, no Regan cycles to worry about. This is the car that kills the diesel filter trap entirely. Petrol, naturally aspirated, no after-treatment. The diesels of this era have issues. Stay petrol, 1,500 to 3,500. Suzuki Swift Sport, 2006 to 2011, the 1.6 manual. Chain-driven engine, no turbo, no electronic handbrake, no parts pairing on anything that matters. Kills the software lockout problem because there is barely any software to lock. $2,000 to $3,500. The pattern, naturally aspirated, timing chain or simple external belt, manual gearbox or torque converter auto, no DPF, no AdBlue, no encrypted ECU, no subscription anything. Pre-2008 is the sweet spot, pre-2005 is the gold standard. But even the Swift has a limit. The final car on this list does not. Mechanics call it the forever car because it is the only machine on this list that ignores the laws of depreciation entirely. If you want something bigger, something that outlives everything else on the road, mechanics step up to this. The Toyota Hilux Surf and the equivalent generation Land Cruiser 90, late 1990s and early 2000s, 3.0 petrol. Pre-common rail, pre-DPF, pre-everything, a separate chassis. A naturally aspirated engine you can rebuild on a kitchen table. Parts available from any Toyota dealer in the world. $3,500 to $6,000 for one that has not been thrashed. A Hilux of this generation was driven to the magnetic North Pole. Another one survived being set on fire and dropped off a tower block on top gear and started on the second crank. You did not stop being able to afford a car. The car industry stopped selling you one. They started selling you a financed, telematics-tracked, parts-paired, DPF-clogged, wet belt-rotting subscription on 4 wheels and called it ownership. Stop financing the rot. Stop asking permission to repair what you already own. Stop paying a subscription for hardware that is already in your driveway. Stop handing your data to insurers who use it to charge you more. Start owning the machine. The mechanics already know. That is why they are buying these cars before everyone else catches on. Because once people realize, these will not be $1,500 anymore.